we're just gonna briefly talk about Victor Wembanyama, bro, because he's balling his ass off in the NBA playoffs. So if you guys like NBA too, if y'all here for the NBA conversation, just stick around a little bit more. So Rob, man, yeah, the prince who was promised is doing some promising ass shit in these 2026 playoffs, dog. Yeah, what do you say about this freaking nature, bro? Like, what do you even say, dog?
I mean, Herbie, I can say that I've been watching basketball since I was a kid, so about 30 some years probably. I've been because my dad is a basketball fan more than football. And I've watched a lot of great defenders in my lifetime, Herbie, but in terms of just the eye test, I think Wemby is the greatest defender I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to
And,
argue,
and,
bro. It's hard
and,
to
and
argue
people
against
gotta
it.
understand, it's like you could even bring up numbers and stats, but the thing is, when you're watching Herbie, when you're watching Wemby on the basketball court, the amount of times that guys are passing up layups, the amount of times that guys are aborting plays, the amount of times that a guy thinks he has an open shot, and when he sees Wemby, he just passes it because he doesn't even want to deal with it, Herbie. Like, it's not even just the fact that Wemby gets a lot of blocks, and that's a stat that you could read, Herbie. He literally alters every single offensive possession that a
Yeah,
team has. Not only that, when you have a guy that has the height that he has, that has the instincts that he has, that has the speed that he has, Herbie, the Spurs perimeter defenders, Herbie, they have carte blanche to play as physical and as personal defense as they can, right? Like they don't have to like bro, you have a guy that you like the paint is protected. Herbie, we were having a discussion before the podcast where you were talking about Wemby on 2K. Wemby is so fire in real life. It kind of reminds me like back in the days in 2K, like in the Prime Warriors era, where
oh
like
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Go on, yeah,
Steph Curry would hit a three with a hand in his face from half court, and you'd get mad at it and you'd be like, well, shit, he does that in real life.
yeah,
Well,
facts.
in your case, Wemby's hand goes through your player to block another nigga's shot, and that should be a foul. But Wemby in real life plays in such a way that when you're watching him, Herbie, you ask yourself, like, how is anybody supposed to get to the paint? How's anybody supposed to get to the paint? And that's just him on defense, Herbie. Imagine Rudy Gobert was getting all the props in the world for shutting down the guy who we've been calling the best player in the world for the past 3 years. You put Rudy in the same court as Victor Wembanyama, and you're asking yourself, is this even fair? Is this
Bro, I
even
forget that
fair?
Rudy is on the court sometimes. Like I forget that he's there.
Bro, he makes them useless.
We're coming, like you said, to bring up what you just brought up. We're coming off the hills of a series where it completely changed the conversation that people were having about Rudy Gobert. Like people were like, "Oh, we finally get it. We finally get it." All that's out the window. All
Dog.
that's out the window. Like he is erasing. Like Rudy Gobert feels like a fly. Like he's invisible because of just how dominant, bro. Yeah. Okay. First off, yes, homie is lucky he ain't get suspended because what he did in game 3 was
Yeah,
outrageous.
he was
Like that
wild. He
would
was wild for
they
sure.
he was wilding. He was wilding. But I'm mad because the most obvious thing was the dude was gonna get 16 points in the first quarter. Obviously, the fact that I ain't even bet the over, I'm so mad at myself. Of course he was gonna dominate because that's what he does. Because he's a freak. He's a 7-7 at times shooting guard, at times point guard, and at times center, and at all times the greatest defensive presence that I've seen, or the greatest defensive presence since Bill Russell, dog. This dude teleports, bro, from one side to the other.
It's ridiculous.
God,
Herbie,
I,
here are some of the stats, and mind you, the Spurs are considered one of the best defensive teams in the NFL this season. Here's
yeah,
some of their stats on the court versus off when he's on the court versus when he's off. When Wemby is on the court, this is per 100 possessions. They when he's on the court, they average 100. They average 102.9 points. When he's on the bench, they average 113 points. That shit goes up a whole 10 points on
that's
average.
insane. That's
The
insane.
opponent field goal percentage, Herbie. When Wemby is on the court, opponents are shooting 40.7%. 40.7% allowed. When he's off the court, it's 48.6. Okay? Opponent rim field goal percentage. They are 51.1% inside the paint, Herbie. That means one out of every two gimmies they're not getting, as
That's
opposed to
insane.
64% when he's off the bench.
That's insane. That's insane. That's
Team
nuts.
defensive rebound percentage, Herbie. They average 78% when he's on the court in terms of misses, 71% when he's off. And then the net team rating differential on defense. A plus 9.8 net team differential. When he's off the court, it's a negative 1.5. He makes that much of a difference off and on the court, and you see it, Herbie. Like Herbie, in
yeah,
terms
it's
of
crazy.
watching Herbie, in terms of watching the guy, you look at Wemby and you go, "My God, like this nigga's everywhere." The guy had 12 blocks. He had a triple double with blocks, man. He had a triple double. He had more blocks than points. Get out of here, bro. Like we're watching a real life monster. Like
Nah,
that's what we're
facts.
watching. He's a
Like
monster in person.
like like
Crazy.
Shaq said, Shaq said it, bro. He's a perfect player. Like I don't agree with that because there's still some flaws, but
Well, Shaq said he's the
he's
perfect big man.
yeah, that's what yeah. He's the perfect big man. That is 100% true. He is the perfect big man. Like he is the perfect big man, and it's just we've created Wemby on 2K. Like we've always said, you know what? Let's just make this super tall dude with super ridiculous arms, and let's actually see it. When I play 2K and I play against the Spurs, I'm like, yo, like this isn't a creative player in my park. This is an actual human being that's in the game. Like this is weird. This ain't weird to y'all. Like that's weird, dog. Like and shout out to Wemby, man. Hey, all that crap I talked about these white dudes getting with these white women, man. Wemby's dad got that white woman. He said, "I'm 6'9". My wife needs to be tall, and we're going to create a freak, bruh." He got him a 6'4" white woman, and they got a 7'7" baby, bruh. Look at God, man. Look at God, man. Look at God.
And
God
shout
gonna
out
do
to
it
True
every
Blazer,
time.
man. Shout out to True. He said we've yet to see the best of Wemby. That's the scary part. He
That's the
hasn't even
scary
hit. He's
part.
22. He hasn't even hit his prime.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's if he puts on weight and he's able to actually deal with the physicality, because that's a lot of times when you see him drift into the outside of the paint, it's just because it's exhausting, right? If he gets a little bit bigger and he gets in he get his grown man body, oh my god, bro, you can
It's
forget
over
about
for
it,
the
dog.
league, bro.
It
It's
for
over.
sure,
I
for
can't wait for
sure.
that series, man, because I'm pretty sure the Spurs are gonna finish up the Timberwolves, and OKC's looking like they could be the next dynasty. But man, I know Wemby and the Spurs got something to say
It's
about
gonna
that.
be a hell of a series because
Yeah,
this man hates Chet Holmgren. I just love the fact that he despises somebody. Like that's why
we
we
need
need
that.
one of these
We're
dudes. We
missing
need
that.
this. We missing it, man. And I'm gonna leave off with this, man. The game is the game. Are we talking about relationships or the wire? What's the difference, Shad? What's the difference? What's
What's the
what's the
difference?
difference?